So I am Aaron Singleton, and I'm a medical intuitive and healer, and put a whole bunch of other things behind that, but we'll keep that short. And I have been to Egypt multiple times, and I'd like to share my experience and help guide others to have experiences like mine or have their own or similar or whatever. So that is the big thing behind us leading these tours. And
I am Claudia Sanchez, and I work with Aaron Singleton. We do energy work, and I communicate with consciousness. I communicate with animals and with people's organs and any illnesses they have, and I give it a voice. And I've been to Egypt two times. We just came back about a month ago, and we are excited to talk and share about the energy and just the love that we have for Egypt.
okay, so we're going to start with the whole aspect of getting information, downloads while you are there in Egypt, as well as when you come back. So on the, let's say, initial arrival in Cairo, our first few days are all about seeing the Sphinx, great, and the Great Pyramid, and going inside, and the energy of the Great Pyramid is phenomenal. Of course, it is different for everyone. So when we are inside the King's Chamber and we have our quiet time, we like to say, well, we actually turn the lights out for a full half hour, and everyone can meditate in just pure silence inside the pyramid. Now, when you look at the a picture of the pyramid, the King's Chamber, excuse me, and I think I have one that we're going to put up at some point soon. You see the sarcophagus, and then you see a wall of granite behind it. Well, that granite wall is a portal. And literally, people's consciousness, not their bodies, their consciousness gets transported through that granite wall while you're in there meditating. And it's amazing what people come back with and, start journaling that very night. And we usually do that during the afternoon hours. And by the time we come out, it's dark. So that it's a little added something to come out of there and just, have gone through such an experience. Also, there in Cairo. Now, when we say in Cairo, literally you are in your hotel looking out the window, and there or up on the rooftop dining area, and you are looking at the Sphinx and the Great Pyramid. So they are at the city's edge. When you go beyond the Great Pyramid, you're in the desert already, but it's all right there, right in front of you, right across the street, if you will, from your hotel. Now, the Sphinx, there is much controversy about the age of the pyramids as well as the Sphinx. Now, when we were there in 2024, Claudia had a very powerful experience as she walked down the steps to go into the enclosure where the Sphinx is, and actually remembered that the Sphinx was created by Lemurians, and she was a part of that. And she began to sing in Lemurian. Now, that puts the Sphinx at about 36,000 years old. And I don't think the Egyptologists are going to agree with us, but that's okay. That also puts the whole Giza Plateau and the pyramids at a much earlier time also. You have anything to say about that?
Well, it was just an amazing experience. I had never felt energy in that way before, and it was just beautiful. Yeah, it
Okay.
was a great way to start the trip, and it was I just never thought I would experience anything like that. The frequency of that area, I was told later that Lemuria in the ancient times, they had a lot of high energy and very different from our frequency that we live in today. And they had abilities to do things in that high energy, which was a lot of levitation and um, just being able to transport and do all kinds of things, which is why they have all this amazing uh, temples, and they can't really figure out exactly how it was created. Some of it had to do, well, a lot of it had to do with the environment, the frequency at that point, and I just got to feel a little bit of that.
Yeah, so when we talk about frequency and environment, um, the energy at that time was, I'd say, much more pure, and it has been diluted, with everything that we have now. We are so distracted with all of our toys, our gadgets, our phones and computers and everything, and all of the frequencies of the man-made frequencies that are all in the air, from satellites to cell towers and you name it. So they didn't have that, so they could focus more on um, themselves and the land, the earth being connected, and that's what gave them a lot of their powers at that time. As we, let's say, get into our space of being who we really are, we can do some of that, but maybe not to the extent that they did. Now, there is I think underneath and out in front of the paw, the left front paw of the Sphinx, and about 3 stories down, there is said to be a chamber that holds like a hall of records. And has been talked about by Edgar Casey many years ago, talked about by others that went in and did radar, ground piercing radar, and found these chambers. It's not something that the Egyptologists mentioned or anything like that. But when you're standing there, you can actually tap into the energy that is underground. And standing between the paws of the Sphinx by the stellar that is there, where we all stand around, take our pictures, the energy there is quite intense. So again, we can pick up much energy and information just by being there. And you can walk all the way around the Sphinx, and everyone kind of gets a little bit of what they need from all parts of that area. So it's not just go sit between the paws and meditate. There's a lot more going on than that. And, since we do a lot of energy work, we always want to prep everyone to get as much as they can from this journey. This is a once in a lifetime experience for many people. So we work with algorithms a lot. So when we went on the trip in 2024, we gave everyone numerical algorithms to help, let's say, align their consciousness with the temple that they were in. We did it for for going in the Great Pyramid as well. We gave everyone usually no more than 6 digits that they needed to say, like 4, 6, 9, 3, 6, 9, something like that. And saying it a couple of repetitions actually helps bring you into alignment with the energy of the place that you're at. So we do that for every temple going down the Nile as well. When we fly down from Cairo to Luxor, everyone will be getting their own algorithms to help them be in better alignment to bring back as much as you can. Now, when I was there in '98, I came back with the ability, well, I came back and built a net neutral ion generator that came to me in a dream from that trip. And that is what I've used over the years to charge brass tools and crystals and things that uh, just totally unbelievable that you can take the positive and negative ions that you breathe and put them into a piece of jewelry. So that was one of the big things that came back with me. The other was the ability to tap into and blend oils. So essential oils for balancing chakras and other things. The '06 trip, I came back from that trip with the knowledge of looking at, let's say, art in the books, or as well as in the on the papyruses inside the museums, and seeing that it was much more than just art, that some of it actually was telling us how to do certain things energetically. So as you're sitting there in your chair right now, hopefully both feet are on the floor. And if you see where my hands are here, but anyway, take either hand, just drop it at your side. Take your other palm, turn it downward, put it above your thigh, right or left, it doesn't matter. So not over the knee, just a little bit back behind the kneecap. And as you go up and down, just a little bit, about 4 or 5 inches above your thigh, you hit a spot. And if you pay attention, you can hold your hand there and you can balance your chakras. Now, this was right there in plain view. And to my knowledge, I'm the first person that has, kind of like just looking at the art, figured out a bunch of these. So I've got about 36 of them that I cataloged so far, all different hand positions for healing or meditating or whatever. All right. And it doesn't take long to do that when you're sitting. If you're standing, you can just have your lead leg, put your hand out in front of your thigh, and it will do the same thing. It'll balance your chakras. Now, when I was there in '09, that was a really powerful trip. Came back from that with the understanding of how to work with geometry and numbers, algorithms. Um, Sat by the pool in Cairo and actually designed this ankh, that unbelievable energy. So I redesigned the Egyptian ankh. How about that? And every symbol on here, when you hold your thumb and first finger to a symbol, it changes the frequencies throughout your body. So that was again powerful trip. When we were there in 2024, well, more downloads. I would say a clearer, better understanding of frequencies, the piezoelectric energy that we figured out at the Temple of the Hathors. So, with the huge, massive columns supporting the ceiling, near the bottom, the first couple of feet is limestone. Then we had, let's say, 2 feet or so of granite. And then above that, limestone all the way up to the massive ceiling. So when the Egyptologists said, this is the only temple in all of Egypt that has this granite near the base of the pillars. Well, my little brain just kind of, fireworks went off and everything. And because they were creating piezoelectric energy. And when you compress quartz, you create piezoelectric energy. Inside your gas grill, the little plunger there that you push to create the spark, there's a small piece of quartz in there. You put it under pressure, then there's slippage, spark is created that lights your grill. So it is an electrical charge or discharge. So of course, we came back and we figured out how to create piezoelectric energy for everyone for healing. And the I would say that was probably the most powerful thing of that trip, was just the realization that, you know, again, 25, 30,000 years ago, whenever the temple was truly built, they knew how to create piezoelectric energy. Is there anything you'd like to share about the Hathor Temple?
Um, no, I think you pretty much covered it.
Okay.
Well, do you want to share the Paizo?
Yeah, so for some of you that are new, we will send you the piezo, well, we'll send it to everyone, but we will send you the frequency of piezoelectricity, and we'll do that right now.
Now, if you're not sensitive to energy, you may feel your body relax, or you might feel a buzz, or it's different for everyone how everyone feels energy.
Tell your story of Morgan building that.
Is that for lights good?
Yeah.
All right, if everybody feels off.
No, they're good.
Grounding.
Good.
Okay. So one of the things that I'm able to do is communicate with the ancients, the consciousness of the ancients. So if I wanted to talk to Egypt or to Lemuria or Mu or any of these ancient civilizations, and what's so cool about it is that they will talk about how they created something, or um, how life was back then. And one of the things that I've been able to do is also communicate with them to find out about my past lives in these civilizations. And one of them was Lemuria, and they showed me what one of the things that I did was where what we were just talking about, the Paizo. I was a um, I wouldn't say a priest, but sort of an administrator who, like a minister who would turn on the piezoelectric and would use it for ceremony. But the piezoelectric was actually felt, from my understanding, was felt all throughout the city. So it was so powerful in that time that the the people were receiving healing, and they didn't have to be inside the temple, which was pretty fascinating. So we actually, when we went, was it this last time when we turned it on?
Yes.
We were, yeah.
We were there with the tour in 2024, and we were guided to go back just last December 2025. So we literally just a month and a half ago, we were in Egypt, and we turned on the piezoelectric energy in that temple.
And it was kind of cool because there a lot of people in Egypt can feel energy. They are very sensitive, and you can tell on some of the folks that work there who they can sense that something was different. It was fun.
Mhm. So, having said that about the fun, what does it feel like in your body right now with the piezoelectric energy going through you? Anyone care to comment?
Yes, it feels exciting, like exciting.
Good.
Well, it is an electrical.
Yeah, but good. It's good, exciting.
Right.
That's awesome.
I
Now,
feel like electrified. I feel it. It's subtle. It's a subtle current, but it's like my body wanted to sit up more erect.
Yes,
Yeah, really cool.
that's awesome.
yeah. So this is the whole reason for going, to have these experiences, and for us to also bring it back and be able to share it in this way. So just think of when you're in the temple and we turn those generators on, and you're right there in it.
Good question. Candy wants to know what it's supposed to do.
Piezoelectric energy can heal virtually everything in the body. We got that it could heal even 98% of all cancers. So for everyone, it will do what you need it to do when it comes to healing.
Mhm. So, anyone else?
Anyone else? Can you feel your neck, shoulders,
Go
any
ahead.
part of you relaxing or anything?
Who wants to talk? It's Michelle.
Mike. Yeah, yeah. I feel very relaxed. My hands are very vibrating. Um, but my body feels really relaxed. I still have my coat on because we're helping somebody doing God's work. And but anyway, this is what's happening. Just the flow. Um, uh, you talked about the piezoelectric that was being activated. I think of what we're studying right now. What we're following is called the light and sound energy of the creator. And I know in the ancient, uh, they were very much in tune with that. Um, and I know you guys are just like that as well. And you're just kind of reminding us that it exists in this time and age because, with all the technology and everything, we're being kind of disrupted and everything. But to bring it back into this very special moment to be at oneness with this creative energy of all life is just an amazing moment for me. So thank you very much.
Oh, thank
You're
you.
welcome. Thank you.
So kind. Thank you
Mhm.
so much.
Yeah.
Stacy, did you want to say something?
Yes, I just feel my heart was racing, and I was wondering why my heart was racing. And then you guys asked if you, I was like, oh, that's why my heart's racing. It just happened all of a sudden.
That's
Great.
awesome.
Yeah, so that's the thing. So for each of you, it's doing what you individually need. And that's the great thing about it. So if you think of, you know, I mean, we're talking about a real, if you look up the Temple of the Hathors and look at the layout of it, it is a massive temple. And of course, when this was all turned on, as Claudia mentioned, it was not only in the temple, but the frequency was going out to all the surrounding areas. So very, very powerful. So when we turn it on when we're there, it's not that powerful. But it will be a unique experience if you're standing right there and you feel the whole temple light up.
I have Lauren was saying that when she had the hand position that you mentioned earlier over the thigh, that the feeling actually intensified.
Hmm. So so yes, if you do the hand position right now, put your hand over your thigh while we're sending the piezoelectric. Everyone give that a try. See how much of a difference that makes for you.
And Candy asked if it Pfizer regrows teeth. We haven't asked that.
All right. So Candy, so does piezo regrow teeth? Well, we have never been asked that question before. So let's tune in. I get that it has the potential to regrow teeth. There may be some other factors that keep that from happening. One of the things that we have been working with that came to us well, yeah, after the 2024 trip is we started working with repairing our DNA. So we have a DNA repair kit that we use every night. And I don't remember how many months it took, but I want to say a good 5 months or so that Claudia's cavities totally disappeared. I mm, had some pain down through my bottom jaw that lasted, I want to say, about a week as things were being repaired in my jawbone and teeth. We have other people that have had um, their gray hair starting to turn dark again, and some other things that have happened with that. So
Right.
there are ways.
Let's talk about the cardboard pyramid.
So Claudia's, and we're going to keep this piezo going here for a little bit longer. Um, we have some cardboard pyramid instructions that are on the website. You can actually find them on YouTube because we did them for the prior group in 2024. So it's how to make a pyramid out of actually like not thick cardboard, but something that's a little thinner, easier to work with. And it's a 3-inch base with 6-inch sides. And what we do is we give you a algorithm to say to activate the pyramid. All right. So, and you put that under your chair, and the energy spirals up through the chair into your body, kind of like what you would think of as a Kundalini spiral coming up through your body. Okay. And then on top of that, we give you your own activation code, which, kind of personalize it for you. So everyone would get their own activation code. And what that does is it preps you. You start bringing in the frequencies. Egypt starts communicating with you long before you get there. So that is really powerful. It also comes with an activation code to remember the old ways, to connect with Atlantis and Lemuria. And it needs to be this specific size. We had a few people that tried to, let's say, just use a pyramid of any size. Doesn't work the same. These dimensions came to me, and Claudia and I tuned in, and they were perfect, and they work. We just have to update the algorithms. So what we like to do now is go ahead and we're going to turn off the piezoelectric, and we're going to put a pyramid under you. So this is a 3-inch base, 6-inch sides pyramid. Putting that frequency under you right now. So we like to do a lot of this fun stuff before you get there, so so much of your time is not spent, doing these simple things, that you will have your activation codes. You've already worked with your pyramid. You already know some of these things about the temples that we're going to visit, and you can have more leisure time. We do like to play, so we will be doing energy work on in Cairo at the hotel. We'll be doing it on the boat when we go down the Nile, and answering questions and helping people in any way that we can. All right, so with this pyramid coming up through you right now, how many of you can get a sense of that energy spiraling up through the body?
Got 1, thank you. 2, some 3, thank you. 4, thank you. All right, so we got about 4 people. 4, 5.
All right. So what we're going to do next is go ahead and personalize it. So what we did was just kind of an activation, a generic activation. So now I'd like for you to be more aware as we personalize it for you. All right, so here we go. We're going to, so this is just as if we gave you the numbers to say out loud, and you said them out loud. And now the frequency is changing. And here we go. All right, could you feel that change?
1, 2. Okay, cool. I got 4, thank you. 5, 6, thank you. 7, awesome.
All right, so about 7 of you so far feeling it. And what does that feel like, or where's the energy? Is it going in a particular place, or bringing in something that you are aware of? Is it just opening your consciousness, your crown? What's it doing for you?
So for me, it's like almost swaying my body, like I'm riding a frequency.
That's great.
Yeah.
Great.
Well, you are. It sounds fun.
Yeah. So for those that, starting now, for any of you that are, let's say, already signed up and put down your deposit, we will be, like I said, the pyramid information is coming out in the newsletter in just a few days, but we will have it on Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, wherever we can put it, the basic information. But for those of you that have already made your deposit, you will get your algorithms as soon as we can get them to you. That way you've got, what, 8 months, 9 months to play with it?
Suzanne says she feels it up her spine.
Okay. So now as it's going up the spine, Suzanne, to me, what I see is it's clearing out like debris. It's clearing the energy out to help you be more open, a more open channel. Do you get a sense of that yourself?
Yes, and I had some work done on my neck area, so I can see where it would be clearing stuff out.
Okay, good.
Yeah. Yes, thank you.
Okay, you're welcome.
Awesome.
Anyone else?
Yeah, I think, let's see. Michael, did you want to say something?
Yep. For me, it's right in the middle of my back, between my two shoulder blades. I know something's happening right there. And just prior to that, I was just vibrating. So I know it's very powerful what's going on.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I think I'll share too.
Thank you, Mike. Oh, hey. Hi, Marie.
Hi. Well, this one, my torso, the other one, I was just feeling all the electricity in my hands. This one, my torso is vibrating, but I haven't really been able to talk because this whole time it's like my cup runneth over. I feel so much love for everything and everyone,
Beautiful.
and it's just it's a beautiful. I'm being shown it's a beautiful way to live in this zone. So that's why I'm kind of being quiet because it's really so much love. I just
I love it. I love it.
Yeah, we got you. Well, you got to get your pyramid made. We got to get your algorithm, and you can play with this every day until we get there.
okay. That's a deal.
Thanks, Marie. We had some comment. Let's see. We had for Esther, energy's coming. Okay, we already talked about that. Middle of her head. Okay. Lauren says she feels tightness and discomfort in the mid back, back like heart area.
All right.
Okay.
Focus your attention there and the willingness to let go. So you've got some congested energy there. You're actually holding on to some sadness in that spot. Give yourself permission to let that go, and the energy will move on through.
And for those of you who are not familiar with the energy of life healing process, that's on YouTube. And that is a great energy that came to Aaron in the 1990s that has helped me with releasing and letting stuff go, but also to ground and to expand my intuition. And we were guided to, to give this to people because more and more people have been really unable to know what's truth, what's not. And the energy of life helps to really remove all the blockages, the frequencies, and we're still learning from the energy of life healing process. It's still teaching us. And it just says, well, you just have to ask. And a lot of us don't ask. We just kind of either, from what we've been told, one of the reasons why people don't heal is that we feel this lack of self-worth. And we have a lot of energy of doubt. We doubt, and those frequencies, whether you're conscious of it or not, can really block healing. And you want to take the time, especially if you are planning to go to Egypt, because the frequency in Egypt is so high that it will start to kick stuff out. And it's best to start, okay, I'm going to start doing the energy of life healing process, or however you want to do your release. But we teach in such a way so that the energy of life is so simple. And if you're going through something, you just activate it. You activate the energy of life to flow through, and you talk to it because it is a consciousness. And you just say, okay, for my highest good, flow through me, and let's let go of this frequency that's uncomfortable or your headache. We have classes of how to adjust your spine there. And we've seen the hieroglyphic in Egypt of the energy of life healing process. Now, it's been called many other names in the past. It's been around for eons of time. It's just that it came to Aaron. Um, and then when we move on, it'll go to somebody else, maybe another 1,000 years. But it's a really amazing healing frequency to help you on your journey.
Yeah, so the process came to me in 1994, and it was 1998 when I finally got to go to Egypt. So it was something to see some of that again in the temples and things. So we will talk more about that in the future and share more.
And just to let you know, the consciousness of Egypt is actually here. So it's supporting all of you if you're going through anything right now. I just wanted to throw that out. Nancy also says she's feeling a beautiful, loving energy through her entire body, and sorry, I can't, lots through her third eye.
Okay, yes.
Okay.
So yes, with the pyramid going up, like I said, it is a spiral up through the body, similar to Kundalini experience. And so it does open the crown, it does activate the third eye. So the instructions how to make the pyramid is very simple. Anyone can do it. And if not, then you grab somebody that is good with a X-Acto knife and a ruler. It's very simple, and then the rest is just have fun.
How often, what would you recommend? Because maybe it would be too much to do it, or is that such a thing?
For some of you, I think you'll be able to sit with the pyramid for, half an hour, even an hour, and meditate. Some of you will be able to do that daily, others a couple times a week, because you may get so much in one day that's like, no, I can't do that 2 days in a row, or, I got to wait a couple of days. So that's going to be very individual, and you just have to kind of, regulate that yourself so that you don't end up with such a bottleneck of energy going through you and trying to release things that you end up in some type of discomfort. But definitely journal your dreams and thoughts and ideas to start coming to your images of Egypt and things. It's all in preparation for the trip.
I have Catherine who says she feels waves of energy going up her back.
Yes. And those waves are, again, those are opening up the channels in your back on their way up to your crown. It's probably, it's already at your crown, but I think you're just more aware of it in your back.
Is there anyone else before I move on to the next?
Oh, and I just like to say, the things that we do with Egypt, with energy, as far as projecting the piezoelectric and the pyramid and things like that. These are things that have come to me over the years from going to Egypt. It has enhanced these abilities in me and in Claudia just with her trip, a little over a year ago. And of course, going back just a month and a half ago. It has been tremendous as far as what it has done for her intuition and her healing abilities.
I didn't feel energy, I would say maybe 5 years ago, before I took the energy of life healing process. And then I didn't do it until I got sick 3 years ago. And then Aaron called me out of the blue. Actually, it was 4 years ago now. And I was really sick. Like, they couldn't figure out what the heck was going on with my heart. They found something in my lungs, and cardiologists were like, I have no idea. And then Aaron calls me up. I just had a meniscus surgery, and he's like, I don't know, just come on over. We'll have some dinner. And he has an ability to smell what they call cancer fermentation. So it's like fermentation before it gets to cancer. And I didn't tell him about my doctor's appointments. And he smelled it, and he's like, what's going on? And he immediately was like, okay, you got COVID damage in your heart. You got sadness, and you got toxins in your lungs. And that's anyway. So one thing led to another, and he's like, okay, we got to heal. And then he got the guidance that we were supposed to work together. And then he was like, "You're supposed to go to Egypt." I'm like, I don't know. I'm pretty, I don't know about Egypt. I love the hieroglyphics, but there's something that freaked the heck out of me out. Now, this room right here has a lot of Egyptian frequency. I wouldn't come into this room for about, I would say like 6 months. That's how much the frequency of Egypt scared me. But that was, from what I learned later on, was because of some past lives I've lived, where it wasn't so, happy. And so I had to heal that. And now we're planning to go back like in 6 weeks
Yeah,
again
so
because it's home.
we will be back in Egypt in 6 weeks in Luxor, and we will be gathering more energy and information. And a lot of this is in preparation for getting you guys there, those of you that travel with us in December. So we
But
know,
yeah, but it's also the friends that we made. And we were like, you got to come to our house. And we're like, okay, well, let's go. But it's all of that. It's all of that. But there's just so much love there, and that's why we're so drawn to it.
yeah.
But yeah, but if you have any hesitations at all, it's just there's just something that needs to be healed. Yeah, but it's worth it.
One of the great things that we found out when we were there in December was about how intuitive the Egyptian people are. So, you can walk in, well, as we walked into places, they could feel our energy and knew we were healers. And you could basically walk up to anyone in shops and things and ask them if they wanted a healing or a blessing, and they would accept. And we did that a few times and actually got rid of someone's sadness or got rid of their back pain. And that it's like the whole society is open.
But what's interesting is that what we noticed, that there's a lot of sadness and guilt over there, and over here there's a lot of anger and fear. And so I asked Spirit about this because I wanted to know why is that going on? And actually it was Egypt that I asked. And what Egypt said was that there is a society that we live in that makes us feel not good enough through, oh, you gotta be thin, you gotta be bigger, you gotta be stronger, you gotta be beautiful, you gotta be, this is how you have to be. You have the magazines, you have, the way we're supposed to dress. So we're constantly being bombarded since we're little, that we have to be something other than who we are. And there's a part of us that just creates kind of like a fury, like an anger, because we want to be who we are, within our spirit, and just to be free. And so this is one of the reasons why we tend to have more fear and anger in the West, like in society in the UK, and why we saw so much more sadness and guilt out there, because they don't have so much of that. You don't see that being, you don't see, pictures of, a car with a naked, almost a naked woman there. You don't really see that. And they have more of an innocence to them in that area.
Now, going back to where we still had the piezo going through, and we mentioned putting the hand over the thigh to balance the chakras at that time. Anyone care to remember? Anyone remember and care to comment on how that felt? Because we did not get feedback on that.
Wait,
and also, if you put your hand over your thigh right now while you are experiencing the pyramid energy, comment on either one of those or both. Yeah.
You could just speak up. You don't have to raise your hand.
The pyramid energy, to me, it feels more focused. And it feels more like it's healing, where the piezo energy felt more like electrifying, right? Like the whole body woke up with the piezoelectric.
Yes, that's exactly it. When I was talking to, I spoke to Paizo, and it freaked me out because it spoke with such an intensity that it actually made me feel uncomfortable. So I had to ask it to tone it down. So you're right about that. It has that really stimulating energy. And we're just actually talking about how it felt.
Yeah, and if you think about it, every cell in the body, the mitochondria is the powerhouse, and every cell in the body has a little electricity in it. So piezo is um, energizing every cell, and that's what you're feeling or were feeling.
Yeah. Kind of like radon, right? Yeah, different. Thank you. Mhm. Anyone else? Oh, it's 7:49. We're talking about a little bit about
Okay. Oh, yeah. So when we go on this tour, we will be going with All One World Tours, which is owned and operated by Ruth Schilling. Now, Ruth has personally led over 70 tours. She is a college or was a university professor, music professor, sound healer, and channel and psychic, and she does a lot of things in that way. But yeah, so she is personally so as a tour guide, not as a guide, but as a tour company owner. This is the only place she goes, and she started leading tours back in the '90s. Now, she has people that she has worked with for years. So the Egyptologists, the others that are part of, let's say, her group that she has assembled. She picks the hotels. She's knows, has a relationship with hotel owners and managers and things like that. And we had to help her kind of get on board with the finding good restaurants because she never used to be that much into food. And it's like, if I'm going all the way to Egypt, I want real Egyptian food. I don't want McDonald's. So not that you would probably sit down at McDonald's over there anyway. But it's like I want the best Egyptian food. I want the Egyptian memory to take home with me. So we picked some good restaurants for everyone, and the food over there is fantastic. And so, but Ruth will be on the tour and working with the tour guide and the Egyptologist and everything to make sure everything goes smoothly for us. And she is just full of knowledge. So she is someone that you can ask anything while you're on the tour as well.
And there are times during the tour where we sit together and we do meditation or healing, whatever we're guided. So just throwing that out there.
Yeah. So we try not to be, over the top with that. That's why we try to give you the pyramids and all the other things we can give you to start having your experience on your own before you get there.
But also we're there as support. So that's, I'm not like going to be comparing ours. I'm just going to tell you what I feel is different from potentially from other tours is that we're there to help guide you. So if we had a couple situations where people had they were going through what you call a healing crisis. So they were going through some inner child stuff that was coming out. And someone else had a shoulder pain that was nagging at them. Another person was sick. Had some digestive, but it was all emotional that was coming out. It was all sadness. So we can identify what's going on and be like, no, that's not food poisoning. That's that's sadness that's coming out. And then we can help, with the energy of life or whatever frequency we're guided to. And that is, I think, really important because when you're in Egypt, people tend to get some kind of digestive stuff or they feel sick and they think it's the food, but it could actually be emotional, which we can address it and then it's gone like within a day, right? So
Yeah, a lot of things come up for healing when you're there if you don't prep. And that again is what this is all about, prepping you, helping you let go of things before you get there. So you don't have to spend a day in your hotel room um, going through whatever, that you can be every day with the tour.
But the thing is, it's still a blessing to let it go, because that's the whole, I mean, I felt one of the reasons why I went there was um, to remove these frequencies that were blocking me from my intuition. I started communicating with my heart. My heart started talking, which was really, really unusual. My heart's been blocked for like, I can't even tell you. And then I remember before I left, I'm like, I really want my heart to be open. I get there, and then my heart started guiding me as to what store to go to, where not to go to. It would tell me, it would say, Claudia, over there in that store, there's something, and it's a green, and you're looking for this. I'm like, what? It's like my own friend, but it was frequency that it was guiding me to. So everything, every item that my heart was telling me to go into that store, we would meet some amazing person, like that was like felt our energy coming in, and had some quiet things hiding, and would say, hey, I think this is meant for you, and my heart would talk to it, talk to the person. And anyway, it was just great, and that was my experience. My experience was to have my heart talk, and now I have a relationship with my heart in a way that's very unusual. And Aaron's great because he helps me to say, no, no, that's your heart, to confirm, because sometimes it feels a little bit surreal that that's happening, that here is this voice coming out, sounds totally different, and it's telling me what I have to heal, what I still have to heal. And it's pretty cool. So everyone's experience is going to be different, and it really is your intention. Intention is everything, and what you want to get out of. So go with the intention, with an open heart, that you are willing to receive what's for your highest good. And this is if you decide to go. Even if you go at another time in the future, or even now, like you're actually, if we tune in, is Egypt given?
So
Okay, so some of you are receiving healing at this time from Egypt. And so it's something that if it feels right to you, and if it resonates, then do it. And some people, like one of my friends was hesitant about going, and she kept on seeing all these signs about Egypt. And then it got to a point where she saw a license plate that said Egypt. And then she was like, I give up, I'm going. She's like, it really had to be thrown into her face. So you could do that. You could just be like, all right, give me some signs if I'm supposed to go or whatnot. So you could just throw it out there and just trust, really, and just trust, and just let it happen.
yeah, but Egypt will start talking to you, and so that will be interesting. So by the time we meet up next time, a month and a half from now, month and a half, yeah, some of you may have some stories to tell, because Egypt will be talking to you, getting you ready, and especially if you start using the pyramid and meditating. And like I said, it's quite a journey.
And if you folks are not thinking of going with us, please still join us, because this is it's about remembering the old ways. It's about remembering um, the power that you lost. We came into this civilization that's so different from back then, and they were so in tune. It was interesting, like how they explained to me how the kids would just play telepathy phone. This is one of the things that they told me about what they used to do in Lemuria. Um, so we lost a lot of that. And I welcome people to just be in the energy, um, and to just be open to it, because you might get something out of it, that you might get a download. And if anyone doesn't are not aware of downloads, just let us know. We'll explain downloads, but which is frequency of energy. that may help you with something that you're dealing with. And so just something to you know, to just don't shy away if you're not coming to Egypt with us. Just keep on coming to these talks and stuff. And we really appreciate your energy and your love that you bring. Let's see. Any questions? It's 7:59, but does anybody have any questions about the trip?
Any questions, any comments about how you're feeling now after spending so much time with that pyramid under you?
No, okay. Okay. All right, folks. I think everybody's good. Oh, wait, we got somebody feeling great. Awesome. That's Kathy. Hi, Kathy. Awesome. Thank you, Kathy. All right, folks. Well, thank you so much. Maybe we'll see you another month and a half. And if you're, yeah, month and a half, 2 months.
No, it'll actually be March, yeah.
In March? Okay, so we're gonna be doing it in March. If you folks are not part of our newsletter, if you want to, please sign up. And we are planning to, last time we took some orders before we went to Egypt with these ankhs. If you're interested in picking up an ankh, you can contact the office manager, Margaret, and she will, we're going to be offering a different size if interested, potentially. So you can contact Margaret and she will put down your name and she'll give you some more information about the ankhs. And yeah, I think that's it. Oh, let's see. Oh, you're welcome. Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone. Lots of love to you all. Thank you.
Okay, good night.
Good night. Oh, and if
Thank
anybody
you.
gets any dreams, thank you. If anybody gets any dreams of Egypt or anything, just send us a little email. Let us know what, what you saw or what you experienced, or come back in 2 months and let us know. Thank you so much. Lots of love.
Thank
Bye.
you. Thank you so much.
Oh, thank you.